I don't even know what that's gonna sound like. Well, it's finally happened. The end came so fast. But if you haven't heard, YouTube they cut down on when you can apply for partnership. Hi, you may be wondering, why am I making a video like this? Well, as a small channel, I felt like it would be interesting to get my perspective on how everybody's a fucking idiot. So if you couldn't guess from the beginning of this video is going to be about YouTube's new policy on essentially how they allow people to apply for partnership with YouTube, which generally was a pretty open opportunity, which had a lot of benefits. You know, you could still make some money, just even if it was on essentially nothing. And then as a result, you could also then just get, you know, maybe some better promotions, possibly be able to promote your videos a little easier, kind of have this little check mark that gave people a little bit, maybe more of a feeling of security when watching your content, which in the end was all well and whatnot. So they have taken away the old system, which was essentially just to have 10,000 views on your channel in its lifetime. That was essentially the main basis. There are some underlying bases that they kind of had, as far as I had been able to tell when I did my early research on this, when I started my channel. However, really that was kind of the main basis, was just 10K views. And as a result, I could have done this apparently a little while ago, as I reached over 10,000 views because of MLG Flappy Bird, but I'm going to get back to that in actually just a moment. So what is it now? Well, now it has become essentially 40,000 in terms of watch time minutes, and then they also have to have 1,000 subs. And that's kind of seems to be the breaking point for a lot of people. And a lot of people seem to be very upset by this. And I would say rightfully so, if they made any fucking money. Look, I am not going to stand by YouTube's side and say that they've not made mistakes. The trending tab is a nightmare. There are channels that are having a bunch of problems. Logan Paul exists. Actually, a lot of people are making claims that this is a direct result of Logan Paul. And my question to anybody who has this thought is, I want you to tell me something. I want you to give me an essay in the comments, right? I want you to, even if it's 6 pages long in a Google Doc, right? I want you to put all of that into the comments, and I want you to tell me this. How at all is Logan Paul somebody, think of it this way. So essentially YouTube has to come around, they have to make a plan, right? They come up and they're like, all right guys, we just had this big Logan Paul blow up. All right, we got people criticizing us, advertisers are at our doorstep questioning why we would feature a dead man on the front page. We got to come up with a plan. You know, we could just stick with the removing his YouTube Red shows and take them off Google Preferred, so his entire ad revenue is completely destroyed. And then if anything, we just take maybe more of a precaution. No, I've got a better idea. We'll cripple small channels and make it so that nobody can grow at all. So then you may be asking, well, if you're so smart, then what is this related to? It is related to the advertiser issue, which a lot of people probably make the claim that because what happened with Logan Paul and PewDiePie before, that's why the ad revenues are going, you know, essentially to shit. And the answer to that really is yes or no. If you've actually taken 5 minutes to look on this website at all the millions of things are on this website, outside of even PewDiePie and Logan Paul, there is one specific event that you can even look to say that that was a more of an indicator of the advertiser issues than either of those two combined. And that was months ago when there was a Wall Street Journal article claiming that a lot of YouTube, like names on YouTube or videos on YouTube, would hold advertising videos on like racist thumbnails. And yes, you could argue that the Kill All Jews one from PewDiePie was racist out of context. However, there are some that just aren't, like this one. Yeah, there's not a lot of context to get on this one. Well, that happened because do you know how simple it is to create? All you gotta do is make a super memey video that you can try to get marketed well enough and put in the right places to get 10K views. I made a shitty Flappy Bird video, MLG Flappy Bird video, and that is sitting, and that got crazy amount of views right away when I literally made that just from nothing. I made that to be the dumbest video possible. I uploaded my reactions to a press conference and then I got 10K views within like a week and a half. That video doesn't exist on my channel anymore. However, it still happened. The reality is that it became way too simple for any channel to gain ad revenue. So what are they going to do? So all of a sudden, a channel can have one video that gets them to 10K views. They get to advertisement. You know, they get themselves up into advertisement space. And then what do? They can just post anything they want, have an ad run on a horribly racistly titled video. Because why not? But don't take my word for it. Let's open our minds, right? You don't want to be one-sided when you're trying to figure out the maybe a slightly contiguous opinion. So let's why don't we head over here and we'll take some examples of some interesting people who maybe have their own opinions about this situation. All right, so let's take a look here and see maybe where other people stand. YouTube is hurting small channels like mine. Let's see, this is Enlightened by Chris. I already feel more enlightened. I guess it's 4,000 watch time. Damn. Damn. Sounds real hard. Let's take a look at this video.
Okay, it's officially 12:12 at night. I work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at 5 and drive to work at around 5:20, ish. So I'm gonna be tired tomorrow, but this will be worth it because I need to upload this really quickly to YouTube. And if you are on this video right now, you may not be one of my subscribers. I have about just reached the 700 subscriber point, and now I get an email tonight from YouTube saying that my YouTube partnership that
I'm gonna stop you right there. No, you don't. All right, you're a tiny channel. This video has 39 views. Let's see, you've got 703 subscribers. Ooh, it's a Christian channel. Ooh, he really is enlightened. You shouldn't be chasing YouTube clicks, as they're essentially irrelevant to you, because YouTube is not going to take your videos as trending or put them on a high page no matter how soon you put this up, because people aren't going to search for this right away. You posted this at, I guess, if you posted this, say, 12:30, we'll say, I'm going to assume that we'll see how edited the rest of this video is, but seeing if this remains as unedited as it currently is, likely then you uploaded this, let's say, at 12:30 in the morning. No one's going to see this in America. Most people are going to be asleep. You upload this when it's prime time for videos to come out. You upload this with tags that make it easy to search for. Now, granted, I will give him, I guess, this credit. This was on the top of this page. So clearly, when I search YouTube hurting small channels, it's right there. Who's searching this, though? You know where people are going to see this information? They're going to see it from their gigantic YouTubers on their subscribe feeds. That's where they're going to see this. That they're not going to search this specifically. Some people might, like me, who are making videos mocking them. But that's a small audience.
says that they're going to take that away from channels that do not have, I believe, 4,000 hours of content watched and 1,000 subscribers. Now, I do understand from the aspect of, yes, smaller creators, there's less monitoring of them, so it's not as well known what they're going to be putting out and kind of things of that nature. But at the same time, most of the content that I personally make is around Christianity and whatnot, or my coming from drugs to Christianity. I've been making a little bit of ad revenue, but even then my videos don't get pushed up to the top most of the time.
I'm gonna stop you right there. That's your own damn fault. SEO works in the way that you make it work for you. YouTube does not owe you anything. YouTube does not have the job to promote you. No matter if you're partnered with them or not. Do you understand how many people are partnered with YouTube? There are thousands upon thousands of channels that are at over 1,000 currently and gain even more as we go. You know, there could be a channel that right now is sitting at 1,000, but tomorrow could be at 3,000 if it just blows up just right. You know, just right. YouTube barely does anything for people with millions of subscribers, let alone somebody with 700. So how are you going to tell me that YouTube is somehow kind of making it harder for you? Let's take a look at the rest of your channel, shall we? You've got some videos of this AI God is Antichrist, transhumanism is the mark. I don't even know what that means. But you know, it's got 2,400 views. That's something. With all of your content essentially being some type of conspiracy theory, it really looks like that you are the type of person that YouTube would love to be able to promote to families and, you know, the population as a whole. The coup de grace to the amount of these that I've seen in the recent, actually just few hours, is this wonderful creator here, Be the Queen. Let's see, we've got cosplay, makeup, and geekery. Words. Let's start this one with looking at how consistently they upload. Then we've got 2 months ago, easy beat up Halloween makeup tutorial. That doesn't seem like it's gonna, you know, hit anybody in their psyche whatsoever. And then we got 2 from 2 months ago, 2 from 3 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, 9 months ago, 11 months ago, 1 year ago. Looks like the last time that you made consistent content was well before this was even relevant. Weird how that works. So let's look at this video. YouTube keeps screwing over their small creators.
Hey Comsac, it's B. You'll have to excuse the not usual setup and me just looking kind of tired and not that great. But I just got home from school like, I don't know, like 15 mail this morning.
Hello?
And me.
Hello?
Because like I've been doing YouTube videos for 3 years now.
Not consistently.
I've been a partner for like a year and a half. So I just feel like they don't care about us. So is YouTube really the platform to stay on? Like, should I keep making content on YouTube? My primary goal is not to make money.
Alright, so what do we glean from this? Well, the reality is, and this was said a year ago by I'm Alex, which is still relevant today, even though he said it for a completely different topic, which is that YouTube doesn't owe us anything. The reality is, if you're a small YouTuber under 1,000 subscribers, you barely make consistent content, your content doesn't get nearly as much retention as your subscriber base would hopefully have for you. The reality is that you're not worth YouTube's time. And really, the reality is, if you aren't at 1,000 subscribers anyway, if you've been doing YouTube for 3 years and you aren't at 1,000 subscribers, that is your fault. That is not YouTube's fault. For example, my channel, I started this channel, I think in 2014, and I am just over 100. Why? Because I don't upload consistently. I do it to myself. And it's because I don't focus on this being a huge platform. I didn't focus on making it something that I would make money with, that I would somehow get fame and become so popular with. I did it so that I would be able to just have something to post videos on consistently, because I wanted to be able to create videos. I wanted to focus on being an editor. I wanted to focus on being able to make content. I'm willing to bet that it is less YouTube's fault, and the fact that if you're going to sit around and have no social media aspects, whatever, you have no consistent watch, you have very low retention on your videos, your thumbnails are questionable in every way, and you're going to broadcast video in 4:3 format, well then guess what, they're not going to want to help you. If you want YouTube to be your job, you have to treat it like one. Now, I certainly haven't. That's the truth. I didn't, but it's because I didn't treat it as my job yet. I was treating it as a platform to be able to move forward. Now, in the future, I am planning on being more consistent with my content, to try to treat it more like it is going to be my profession, as you know, it is a realm that I need to get more experience in anyway, so why not give it my all and just see where it takes me. But I'm not going to sit here and cry that YouTube is taking away my potential monetization that I could have had, since I did go over the 10,000 view mark. If you are somebody though that can get to 1,000 subscribers, that watch time mark should not be a problem. And if it is, it means that your content isn't worth watching and that you're gaining subscribers through questionable means. The reality is that there is a lot more that you could do to make yourself more marketable to YouTube. Because as she said, YouTube is a business. And YouTube has the business to be able to allow to pay whoever they want. And if they don't want to pay you because you don't bring in enough revenue, that's on you. Search engine optimization is a very important tool to anybody that wants to grow in this landscape. It's something that I didn't learn about until significantly recently. However, it is a very important tool. It is something that people are just paid solely to do, which is to optimize their SEO. So I have one final message for people like her. Get back to work, you entitled fuck!